Alrighty, guys, we are back live one more time here at the Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, for the first annual Len Sbitney Memorial. My name is Grant, sitting beside the one and only Mr. Chris Demers.
How you doing?
We are back in action, Chris.
Looking forward to it. This should be a really good match.
I agree. I think they would be fairly close and even up on skill level.
Yeah, I think from a Fargo perspective, there might be 10 points separating them, but not very much at all.
I agree. Should be a good match. And again, very contrasting styles, although depending on how Justin feels. He also is a very quick player. You'll notice with Jeff Wanless, extremely quick. Once he decides what he wants to do, he gets down and maybe 1-2 strokes at the most. And off it goes. Thin in for the make. Nothing to do here but make the three.
Jeff's also a fairly open player. He does like to move the cue ball around, but he's
Sure
certainly
does.
got great control.
He does. Quick player once he decides. Does not take long to release that cue ball. Very nice. And of course, if you can help us out, give that share button a little bit of love on Facebook, on YouTube. Make sure you like the stream, and then you can always copy and share out the stream link. Chris and I would greatly appreciate that. We will do our level best to keep you entertained.
You bet. The more you do for us to get more viewers, the more that we can do for you.
I would completely agree with you. And looks like I got a message from Corey Saddleback, I believe. Let me just check. Who was it? It was. So, Corey, if you're tuned in, I will get back to you. In fact, I'll do that right now.
So Jeff playing a nice little forward two-railer shot to give himself a good angle for the 7. He may have to come around a bit on this to come high on the 8 because he is a little off angle. But navigates it well and leaves himself a nice little shot to get to the 9. And Jeff manages to close the deal and get the first rack.
Indeed. Sorry, I was responding there to the message from Corey. So, Corey, I just messaged you back.
We're all quite aware that you can't talk and chew gum at the same time, so that's fine.
Well, you know, it's something with talking and thinking at the same time, or talking and chewing gum. It just doesn't jive with my brain.
Personally, I just avoid the thinking part. It saves a lot of time.
Right?
So Jeff coming up, as this is an alternate break format, so
Stole away the break there from Justin. So we'll see if he can follow up with his own break and run.
oh, Nelly had a good shot,
Wow.
but the cue ball tended to roll a little bit, and it put it up in the top right.
And I'll tell you what, this table is dressed. Sitting pretty, Mr. Justin is.
Yeah, just roll up the 1 into the side, 2 into the other, and then 3 gets you
Even
there.
the 1 into that top left-hand corner. Right now, I like your call on taking the 2 to that right-hand side pocket. So I'm just going to put the cue ball here.
Honestly,
maybe
I was going the other way. I was taking the 1 into the right-hand side and then roll forward for the 2 to the left-hand side.
I gotcha.
And he's going to go the other way and take it where the right corner and a bit of reverse. So
Yeah, a little bit of draw. But again, right, it's really shooter's preference on what they're comfortable with their particular style. This was always going to be the problem in doing the shot the way he did. Now he's a little off angle here on the 2, makes it a little more difficult to get to the 3. So I like your shot of pushing through. I don't mind him taking the 1 to the corner, but I like to push through, give myself that extra table space to get right on the 2 ball.
I understand why he did it. He was looking at where he has more room with the reverse because he can come off the rail. But yeah, definitely. But this is actually just a nice stun shot. Oh, and he decides to...
Wow, loads it up.
And actually improves the 6 a bit, so...
Yeah, not terrible at all. Utilize that right-hand side rail, come back across for the 5 ball. Nice shot there.
Just natural shape. He can just bring it over to the left-hand rail off the 3, and 5 tracks to the 6 nicely.
So you can see Justin a little bit more calculated once he gets down into the shot, where the contrasting style of Mr. Jeff Wanless, he just gets down and lets the cue ball rip. He decides everything before he gets down into the shot.
Well, Justin learned a lot from his dad, Kevin, who's a tremendous shooter, and the 2 of them have won a couple of world championships together here, notably with the NEA. So
it is true. Both accomplished players.
And definitely the style, his style definitely reflects Kevin's sort of methodical style.
Yes. Both players play at a pretty high level. Did not want to get into that 9, although he does position the 9 well over that right-hand side pocket. So now it's just a matter of potting the 8.
Yeah, the 9's actually a little bit of an impediment, by the way, because you could easily take the bank into the side there, but now it's a bit risky.
Well, I think the only shot that he can do here is the 8 ball, cut it into that left side pocket and just float for the 9 ball into the top right. I don't think you're going to be able to hold it.
Totally agree.
Or 9 into that right side pocket.
I think he may be looking at the bank to the corner.
Interesting.
The one thing I like about that is that if you do pace on this, the cue ball's coming behind the 9, as you say, but you're either leaving it hooked or you're leaving it up against the top rail. Just like that.
Good call. We'll see how Jeff handles this. I think you got to be aggressive.
Well, there is a shot to be said for just basically hitting it as a straight bank to the bottom rail and putting a bit of right on it and take it up to the right side there and see if you can hide it behind the 9.
I think that's asking a lot. And in that shot, the make on the safe, to me, is just as difficult as the make on the bank, to just straight bank that 8 ball down to the bottom left.
That's
and
a good point.
I would probably favor giving myself the chance to win. Oh my gosh.
You know,
what an effort.
I like your analysis there, and from a strict perspective of playing percentages, if the 2 percentages are relatively close or,
I'm going for the make.
or equal, then you go for the aggressive shot. Yeah. More good things can happen.
I agree. Although he didn't miss that by much. I think he was intentionally trying to play that 8 off the 9 ball into that side pocket.
The side pocket's pretty big with the 9 there. We just kind of got the perfect window.
Yeah.
But we are all square at 1.
We are, and don't blink. I think this is going to be a fairly quick match. Excuse me. And of course, if you can help us out and hit that share button, we would greatly appreciate it. I know most are probably off watching Tyler and Geronimo play. So for those that are tuned in with us, we certainly appreciate it. We'll do our level best to keep you as entertained as what we possibly can.
Yeah, we talk a heck of a lot more, so.
We do. We do. Or at least I know I do.
Oh. I am absolutely in that camp as well. Just ask anyone who works on my team.
Yep. Is the chat working? It is indeed, Mike. Did I miss something from you already? One bank combo yet? That was it. We do have both chat lines open, both on Facebook as well as YouTube. So certainly if you have any questions, comments, heck, if you have answers for us, we'll take answers as well.
Grant's willing to answer any personal questions, so if you want to know what his favorite color is, or...
I don't know if I have a particular favorite color. I have preferences.
Well, I know you're allergic to plaid, but...
I am allergic to plaid. Looking for the safety, doesn't quite get there. However, does get second place prize. Jeff will be tree-topped here a little bit by the 3-ball.
Always makes it challenging because your options are quite a bit more limited.
It is true, and getting shape on the 2 after the cut on the 1 is definitely a challenge.
Yeah, this is the whole point. You can only really have the top of the ball accessible, so your options of being able to play a lower draw shot or anything like that are pretty limited. So
yeah,
you end up with something like that.
Yeah, but again, right, Justin's going to have to load up with the left-hand English, cut that 1 into the top right-hand corner, check that right side rail.
I don't think he needs a ton because he'd like to leave a bit of angle here for the 2. So even if he's a diamond up, he's probably okay.
Nice left hand there.
Yeah, because now he's got a nice easy 2-railer with draw to come off that left-hand rail and come down towards the 3.
Mm-hmm. Could go forward 2. You risk the chance of colliding with either the 7 or the 5 ball.
Yeah, you know, I much prefer to use the open laneways where possible.
Agree.
Oh, he was going a little bit more power there because I think he was trying to come all the way down past the 8 and 9.
Put a little bit too much pace on that, I think. Increase the pace, decrease accuracy.
And has left a nice, easy little soft shot for Jeff.
The hit stick. Send the 2-ball back downtown. Yeah, great shot. Yeah, really, really nice pace on that 2-ball. I think if it holds up a little bit, it would open up the potential for the right side rail with some inside. It is a little difficult because you're somewhat hampered by the 5-ball, but given the 2 traveled that far down table,
yeah, I think you have to play that away. You have to play the 2-railer off the top and the left rails, I think. And you're going to the top rail with a little bit of English. Throw it a bit left.
Yeah. I love that. Q Sports 2 Live. We got a competition.
2 Live, 2 Q Sports?
Q Sports 2 Live is what they've named their channel.
You know what? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
I agree. But let's be honest. Okay, can I keep it real for a minute? There's only one Q Sports Live.
Absolutely. No arguments there. So, came across the 2-rail and just missed it, leaving Jeff ball in hand. Not really a ton to do here. The 8's going to be a bit of a challenge. He's got to find a good position for it off the 7. Potentially putting it into the side and just kind of floating down towards the 8 to put it in the bottom left. But first things first, let's get the 2 and 3 out of the way and get himself in position for the 4.
Where is it? Calgary Post. Calgary Post.
Sorry? He's played it well. He played for the breakout end to get shape on the 3 and a nice shot there.
Yeah, I would suspect that with the way that table lays out, we'll probably see the run out here from Jeff.
A touch closer to the 4 than I think he wanted, but
I don't
still
think
fine.
it'll pose any issue for him at all.
No, just across 2 rails.
Yeah, and I intentionally play that second rail.
Yes, sir. Every time.
Yeah.
Again, playing that second rail means that you're able to air out your stroke, and at the same time gives you a little bit more control over your overall weight. So I very much enjoy it.
We are getting close with Q Sports Live crawling over that 50,000 follower mark. We're 49,000 and change. So if you haven't done so already, guys, make sure you go give us a follow and a like on the Q Sports Live Facebook page. I believe we're closing in on 10,000 on YouTube as well. So we're starting to get up over that 50K. And we gotta show you the hardware. The hardware that everybody is playing for, the Len Sbitney first annual memorial tournament. We have the champion and runner-up hardware, and the champion will also get the name on the big dog.
Yeah, you
the
know,
big cup.
they're playing for money, but I can tell you every one of these people knows or knew Len in some way, and so there's a lot of competition for those.
Most certainly, and a lot of respect for Len, and a huge thank you to everybody who had a hand on putting this event on. 96 players with a fair-sized waiting list.
Yeah, you probably could have done 128 if we'd had the ability to.
If
play
it was
that many
long
racks.
weekend,
Yeah.
then I think we could have got away with 128.
Probably. Good
Cards
looking,
open.
Good looking break here. 2 balls off the break, the 1 and the 6,
Yeah.
and a good
Two
look for the
sitting
2.
dressed.
Well, the only issue right now is seeing if you can get the 2 in and avoid the 4. So you can come up table for the 3.
Do you intentionally maybe crash into the 4, go to the top side, and use that as helper to get to the 3?
Potentially. I've done this
It's
one where
risky.
you play it with the left spin so that after it hits the 4 and hits the rail, the
Yep.
left takes and it takes off.
I agree.
But then you're obviously, putting a bit of risk into the shot.
I do agree with that, but he does do exactly that.
I watched him play a few times, I know that.
Yes, Jeff and I played on a team last year.
You betcha. Sharknado.
Oh yeah, and at the LP.
Gets away with one there. He was trying to put the 3 up table and it caught the horn.
Indeed, you know it, Mike. You know we'll do a little something once we get over that 50,000 mark. We're not opposed to giveaways. Quite the opposite. I am a big fan of those. And it's you'll have to forgive us a little bit this year with myself being involved a lot with Jam Up. I have a lot of traveling to do this year with Jam Up Apparel, and now with Ben taking over the general manager position here at Leather Pocket, we probably won't be as live as much as what we'd like to be, but certainly every time that we have the chance and the ability to do so.
Good jump there. Does he get rewarded? No, it bleeds out.
It does, peeks its nose. So do forgive us this year, guys. We'll do our best to bring you as much action as what we can. However, Rod Arriagata, that's Q Sports Live Winnipeg, he's pretty steady Eddie. He's live pretty much every weekend up in Winnipeg.
Yeah, I watched a lot of his streams. He's got a good presentation, and the matches are always good.
Yep, I agree. He does a great job.
He's hired.
Yeah. And we are eventually, once I get the program put together, we are going to expand our potential reach. Nice shot there from Jeff.
Oh, needs to go a little bit.
I think he's okay there. Nice little natural 2-rail shape for the 5-ball.
Probably wanted it a touch longer towards the middle of the table, but this
wouldn't hurt him.
This is okay.
Yeah. Inside.
Yep. Always the risk when you're making the blind cut.
Yep. David agrees, tuning in from Scotland again. David, we appreciate you, my good friend. He says great streams from Rod on Sunday evenings. Yeah, he is. He's pretty steady Eddie. Pretty consistent on the weekly streams. If you've been a viewer of Q Sports Live for any length of time, prior to COVID, myself, Ben, we're live pretty much every weekend from some part of the country around Canada or the United States. And we put in a lot of travel miles prior to the shutdown. And of course, with the shutdown, we had to change tactics a little bit. So we did the CSL After Dark out of the basement.
Great series.
It was a great series. And we'll still throw the odd CSL After Dark match in there every now and again. And I've got Jeff Rutherford giving me a call. Unfortunately, I'm live, so not sure if you tuned in or not, Jeff, but I can give you a call back as soon as I have some time to do so.
So Justin navigating this rack fairly easily after capitalizing on that missed 4-ball. Looks like he's going to level it up.
2 apiece. This definitely has the makings of a hill battle. Jeff going to be kicking himself for the overcut on the 4-ball. After Dark is what got me started watching Q Sports Live. And we appreciate it, David. I know that if my memory is correct with yourself, you work during the day, and then at night, anytime we're live, you'll jump on with us. So we definitely appreciate it. We are followed by 52 countries around the globe.
Really, that's up.
Yep. They all come in obviously at different times. I've got Adelaide, Australia that tunes in. David from we've actually got a couple now from Scotland that tune in. India, obviously Canada, the United States. Philippines was big for us. We had Jamaica.
So what's the one country that you got that you didn't expect?
Germany.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought with the amount of interest in Q Sports in Europe that would have been much more likely.
Only reason I say Germany is because of the language barrier.
Fair enough. Well,
right?
that's
But
only
that's
because
true
my
true with Spain and all the other countries that tune in as well. So
the only reason you say that is because my main language is broken English.
yeah, mine is I'm not sure. I have a bastardized accent. I'm a Canadian that says y'all.
Ah, you're bilingual.
Yeah.
All y'all, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
So
I speak Canada and I speak American.
Interesting shot here.
Whoops.
I wondered whether or not Jeff was actually going to play that one a little bit deep to come around 2 rails and potentially touch the 9-ball because it's in that precarious position.
Yes. If we had David tuned in, he would have posted the link there. But I believe on Challenge it'll be under the Len Sbitney Memorial Tournament. I would think is what they would class that under.
If you are on if you're on Facebook, you can go to the Calgary Pool Scene group, and it is pinned there.
There
The
we
name
go.
of it on Challenge is the 2023 Len Sbitney Memorial Tournament, and that's SBITNEY.
Perfect. Oh, nice attempt at the jump. Definitely got up and over the 4-ball well. However, it is going to leave open shot and an open offensive shot here for Jeff. So 1 ball, bottom right-hand corner, probably forward off the
Straight to
bottom
the
rail.
up. Whoa, that was quick.
That's twice. Twice that he's missed in the same way on the 1 ball.
It's the danger in playing that sort of fast, rapid action
Yeah, the
style.
quick release.
You don't introduce mistakes into your stroke, but by the same token, you leave stuff like that.
Wow. The quick finish for Mr. Young Justin Beavis, taking advantage.
And we are back on serve now.
We are. And we'll start us off with Jam Up Apparel this time. Some new designs here from the collaboration between ourselves and Predator. The Strike jersey now available on the website under the partnership store under Predator. And of course the Shadow hoodie, another popular design, as well as the Splice jacket. They were all 3 major hits while we were off in Niagara Falls. And we will have a full stock available at the Super Billiards Expo. That is my next adventure.
I'm definitely looking forward to picking up one of those Strike jerseys. I think they look fantastic.
Yes, they definitely do.
Hint, hint.
Nudge, nudge. You might know somebody.
It's important.
It is.
I was told it's not who you know, it's who you know.
That's right.
And maybe a chance at the 9 here again?
Potentially,
two-way this.
yeah. You could 2-way it. I think you just play it to the 7. The 7-9 is readily available. Just don't hook yourself on the 8-ball.
Ooh, he could have potentially played it from the 3 as well.
Yes, now he's looking at potentially giving this one back to Jeff.
Well, he's probably going to have to jump it, but if he jumps it, he might be able to stick.
Yeah, the hit and stick on the jump with a 3-9 combo next.
But you know what I do here? I pot the 9.
Take the purpose foul.
If you miss, you're pretty much given the rack anyway.
It's true. Although you take the 9, the table's fairly wide open, so I might play the carom. Take the cue ball with left-hand spin into the 7, make the 9, and hopefully the 7 tracks and ties up the 3.
Try and mess something up? Yeah, absolutely. But the jump here, the offensive shot.
Ooh, catches the rail.
And now for jump number 2.
Yeah, I don't know if he gets to see any of that 3. I don't think so.
No, he's got a full jump. But the one advantage here is that if you play the full jump to the left side of the 3, right side from the way we see it, you know, good things can happen if you contact it.
Or you could push the 3 and it sits on top of the 9, leaving an easy game for your opponent.
Right, and that's
Risk
why
versus reward.
That's why you play to the left side so that you're pushing it off the rail. You don't go right into it.
I actually might 1-rail kick it as opposed to the jump.
Potentially. I think he's playing the jump to the cut, which I think is... Well, it's hard to say from this angle. It's definitely looking aggressive.
Yeah, I think I like the 1-rail kick, me personally. Because I'm not looking to make the 9. I want to make contact with the 3 and get it out of there.
Well, at this
Yeah,
point...
the 1-rail kick this way works too. I actually don't mind that either. That pushes it away. Yes. Very good. Very smart play.
But leaving it open.
It is wide open, but we've seen Jeff miss 2 wide open shots
Fair
so
enough.
far just in this rack.
Yeah, I don't say play the player on this, but certainly if they're feeling...
And he missed again.
Oh, my. Certainly if you've got a player that's not feeling confident or they're making some mistakes, giving them the chance to hurt themselves more is...
Is the intentional foul making the 9 worth it ever? It is. In this case, it just so happens that the table is wide open. If something, you have a 2 or 3 ball cluster, then it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and it's also really, really one of those tools you look at right off the break where you're looking at a potential push shot. There's a lot of cases where you've hung the 9 and you don't really have a good view of it, so you pot the 9 just to prevent the easy run out.
Yes. Or the easy
easy combo, yeah.
Yeah. Nice shot there from Justin. Got around that 6 ball really well. And I think 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 combo.
You don't want to take the cue ball off the 4 right now?
I do not. Yeah, nice inside. Nice left-hand spin on that to pull the cue ball back to the middle of the table, leave nice angle on the 5 ball.
Yeah, this one just now back to the right-hand rail into the center of the table.
Over and just a quarter way back. Uh-oh.
Oh. And he returns the favor.
Well, Jeff will take this with a fair shot at squaring the match. How are you? I'm well.
Fly back home to the dogs, but come say quick hellos.
Okay. 7-9 combo to square it up.
And there we are.
Indeed.
Still holding serve now.
Tie ball game. It is now a race to 4. And it's kind of getting into kind of that middle stage of the match. So you kind of want to maybe give a few extra seconds pause and give it the old be sure.
Well, that's one of the ones where we talk about those momentum changers that if Justin finishes that to 4-2, it's a much different complexion of the match.
For sure it is.
Especially breaking.
Yeah.
Definitely when you can get that extra game up on an alternate break format, it certainly does make the momentum shift even stronger.
For sure it does. And now, with the open table misses that Jeff had early in the rack, they're not going to be as weighing on his mind now than had Justin finished that table.
Well, he caught a little bit of a slug there, it looked like,
Yeah.
in the center.
I agree. Got to make sure that those are tight. Great stroke there from Mr. Wanless.
Just do not want to end up being too straight on this. But he's got enough that he can work it a little bit off the top and right rails to come down for the 3.
Indeed. Just has to be careful here. You don't want to overpower this. Hits it perfect. Maybe a little too good. Might have to utilize the 9 ball here.
He should be able to just roll just softly forward, but he's going to use the 9, like you say. Good shot.
A nice angle to go from the 4 to the 5. I love the jam up jerseys. Wish I played pool to buy one. Well, we are looking at expanding our horizons at jam up. That is some of the trips that I've got to make this year with Damien. We're looking at getting into a few different verticals, so not only in pool, but looking expanding into bowling, darts, pickleball, anything that needs a team jersey or an individual jersey.
Really, if you look at those designs and some of the new ones you've got with Predator, those ones stand on their own. So even if you don't play pool,
they're just great designs.
The material is really nice and easy to work with. It wicks nicely, and with the designs, I think there's a case to be made to say, you don't have to be a pool player to enjoy a good shirt.
It's true. But we are definitely looking at expanding our horizons, not only in terms of different verticals to the offerings that we have, but different locations. We're looking at setting up and developing capabilities to deliver into Korea, Europe, all over. Being that we have the global license for Predator to print their products, we want to utilize that and make the most of it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Able to provide more to it. Bit of a tricky one here on the 6.
How well did he hit it?
Hit it well, but that's one of those ones where I try to play a little bit of stun to try and hold it, because as you see, he's rolled it forward and left himself,
Well, the bank 7.
Mm-hmm.
He's no stranger to banks being open on a Saturday.
Really?
Yes. Come on, that one was good.
You must be missing your kids. The dad jokes are coming out.
I know, right? That was a gooder, though. I think that was good. Y'all let me know.
It was good.
It was good. Yeah, some of the hoodies we've got, David, are pretty nice stuff. You can see those on the website, jamupapparel.com. You'll see 3 little lines in the top left-hand side of the website. Just click on that. That'll bring you up the menu, and you can click on, I think it's hoodies and tees, and then men's, and that'll bring them all up for you. Elects to play the safe. Does the 8-ball stick its nose in like it's supposed to? Almost. I think Justin does get the outside edge, maybe half hit on the 7-ball.
Yeah. So depending on how thin he can clip it, he might be able to just clip it right to the rail and bring the cue ball around 2 rails and leave him in the same spot.
Yeah, I might intentionally play that as a back cut bank, utilizing the 9-ball. Send the cue ball 2 or 3 rails back up to where it's at now and put the 7 behind the 9.
Yeah, that's a good call. A little bit of deliberation into pushing it a little more strongly prevents you from potentially hanging it over the pocket.
Yep. Just like, almost like that. Almost had it correct.
Oh, but he gets away with it. Wow.
He gets away with Moida. He totally gets away with it. You should see the grin. I know y'all can't see it on the camera, but you should see the grin that Mr. Justin Beavis has on his face right now.
When I grow up, I want to shoot like that.
That's where I would have stood up and said, I meant to do that. I don't know what you guys are looking at. You didn't see that shot?
It's those little things that happen in 9-ball that make this an interesting.
It sure
game.
does.
And one of the spectators listening here just going, "That's why you don't play safe."
Right? It is exactly those things that happen in 9-ball. But that, you know what? It's a double-edged sword, right? You live by it and you die by it.
Oh, for sure.
It's exactly why we love 9-ball.
As many have said, it is a game of aggression.
It is. And it doesn't look like we have any comments on YouTube. Is that accurate?
Where's the love?
Right? Y'all just enjoying the commentary? What's going on over there? Either that or our live chat's not working. Usually we get 1 or 2 that are commenting on YouTube.
No, they're probably all on Facebook, I guess.
Well, it's almost a split decision. Same on Facebook, same on YouTube. Which, even at that, our numbers seem to be a little bit low today. But, of course, I think with the Tyler and Geronimo match happening, I would suspect a lot of the viewers are over-tuned into that.
Yeah, that'll take some eyes out.
And I think Oscar is also playing. I'm not sure if he's playing today as well. Or whether that 4K in the middle match was over last night.
I've been saying that there have been a lot of matches that have just popped up in the last few months now.
Oh, I agree.
A lot of people playing people, and good
some
on
big
them,
money.
right? Oh, very much so. some $75,000, some $100,000 ones.
Yes, Tyler was playing, is playing now, 100K in the middle. Not sure that that's going to do it. That'll leave a nice open shot here for Jeff on the 1 ball. Does the 2 slip past the 3 to the bottom right? I don't think it does. Can he get to the right side of the 2 and potentially have the 2-9? Is that an option?
I think it might be, and probably a good call here, simply because if you were to just look at this as an open table, the 7 is probably your challenging ball.
Yep. Oh, and hung the 1 ball.
But
Kind of got away with it. It's pretty deep in the shelf.
and Justin is covered about 3/4 of the ball, so he's going to have to come around.
Yes, there we go, David. Says then a lot of people will be missing some great commentary. We appreciate that. There we go. I appreciate the comment, Jeff. He says, I'm here. St. Edward's just busy doing some meal prep for the new diet I'm on. I appreciate, well, at least I know now that the comments are coming up.
Oh, is he going to get 2 of them?
The time saver.
And actually leaves him in pretty good position to just roll
It
forward
sure
to the side
does.
for the 4.
So we'll see how well Jeff kind of handles the little bit of table love that Justin's getting right now. Typically that will switch, right? Same as the momentum switches. Justin definitely getting the best of the rubs and the rolls at this point.
Oh, for sure. You know, as any pool player will tell you, you know, there's the days where the rolls just seem to go your way and the days where you can't find one in a bakery.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely agree. Good dad joke.
I didn't want you to be the only one.
Well, you know.
I'll throw a shout out to my daughter Rachel there. Dad jokes for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Although she likely won't hear this because she doesn't play pool.
Well, didn't you tell her you're on commentary?
Yeah, you know how much value that will have.
Yeah, well, true enough. True enough.
Oh!
Caught that horn on the way through. And as we've seen fairly consistently over yesterday and today, these pockets are playing tight.
If you're not right, you're going to be wrong.
Wow. Confucius say, if you not right, you are wrong.
Taking the role of Captain Obvious for today.
Right? Ah, nice. Very, very nice shot. Opens up that 7 ball. Well done.
And leaves him the nice angle for him to come from the 6 back towards the 7 on the right side.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was funny, Chris.
I'm looking for that promotion from Captain Obvious to
Yeah.
Major Insight.
Yeah, right? Well, promotion given, sir.
Yeah. You know, if you want, I'm available for your jam-up
Right?
designs there. We
You'll
could put
be,
that on a shirt.
You'll be here all week.
Jam-up. If you're not right, you're wrong.
That's
there you
right.
go.
That's right. Bouncing between here and Facebook, looking for challenge standings. No truer words have ever been said. Isn't that the truth, eh? Uh-oh.
No,
I
he's
thought he
fine.
was tracking towards that side pocket. We are squared up once again.
And now a race to 3.
Speaking of the tables, they are playing with the Predator Arcos 2 ball set. And of course, all of the tables, both on the 7s and the 9s, being reclothed back in August with the Predator Arcadia cloth. They've been playing pretty rock steady.
I can speak to those ball sets. I have one of them at home, and you know, I'm not going to disrespect anyone else, but they play so true. It's definitely, you know, and any problems you have aren't going to be from equipment.
Mm-hmm. It is true. What's going on, Patrick? Yes, I am headed through Boise. So I leave tomorrow, jump on a plane, head to Washington, get off the plane, get on another plane, go to Spokane. Damien's then going to pick me up tomorrow night from the airport, and we will drive straight through to Boise. So we'd probably be in Boise, I would say, somewhere around 12, 1 in the morning, and then wake up in the morning and make a trek all the way back through to continue on to Vegas. So it's more of a drive-through. Yeah, another great match indeed. They have gone for their 5-minute walkabout. So I might do the same, actually. They don't have a 9-ball rack. No, it is. We do have triangle racks, or magic racks, whatever you want to call them. We do have them available, but for this event, they decided to use the traditional rack. So, Chris, if I can I leave things with you here for about 3 minutes?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Do you mind?
Please help yourself. I'm sure I can keep them entertained for a minute or two.
Okay, bring out some of your good puns. I'll be right back.
So there were these two guys. Never mind.
Okay, not those puns.
All right, while we are waiting, I will have a quick look around the room and see about some of the other matches that are going on. Alan Wang appears to have a 5-4 lead over Jesse Farhat. Greg Donhauer is playing Stan Taranjo. Stan currently enjoying a 4-1 lead. I think that's James Hornby over in the corner. I believe he's playing, I think that might be Carlos Barbosa. I'd have to check. And it looks like it's a close one there, either 3-3 or 3-2. And then over on the B side, there are a few matches going on there.
Do you know the price of 314? 314?
No, off the top of my head, no.
Predator.
Jeff will be able to. And the B-side matches are all going away right now. We don't have any of them streamed right now, unfortunately. So in this tournament, the B-side matches are being played on the 7-foot diamonds, and that way we're able to get through more matches. So David, in the leather pocket, we have 8 9-foot diamond tables. There are 8 7-foot diamond tables. We do have one of the brand spanking new 9-foot Predator tables with the arena lighting, which is an absolutely fabulous table to play on. And then there's 4 other smaller bar-style valley tables. So quite a sizable room here. And yeah, with having the 7-foot diamonds, we're able to run a tournament of this size over a weekend, as we can run the B-side matches on the 7-foots at the same time, and that will minimize the amount of time you have some of the players from waiting. So, got Justin back here, and we are waiting for Jeff to rejoin us and start up the next rack. Patrick having a puddle jumper 458 and under tournament. Interesting tournament. Paid entrance to Vegas tournament and some spending money. That's a nice little prize purse. I'm looking forward to the Vegas tournaments. There are still a couple more in the, I guess you would call it the pool season. We've got the VNEA Valley National ones coming up here in May, as well as ACS is also going to be joining us. There's also obviously all the BCA events that are coming. I know that Grant can talk to you more about them, as Q Sports Live will be covering quite a few of those. And we have Jeff back now, so we're going to get back underway. Rack number 9, I believe it's just into break. Another tough rack off of it. He was looking to make the 1, but it came up a little short. And he's left no real shot on the 1 for Jeff, so I suspect we're going to see some sort of a push out. And welcome back, Grant.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm assuming you answered David already.
I have.
Very good. Very nice, Patrick.
Yeah, talking about making some bank there.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
Not sure if that was the intention. Very well may have been.
Good things happen to people who do good things.
Wow. Womp, womp, womp.
Another nugget of wisdom.
You're full of it. I mean, them.
No, you were right the first time.
Does
Actually,
this tournament run until Sunday evening? It most certainly does. You'll probably hear Chris a lot today, so get your pencils out. We'll drop some knowledge bombs on you, or at least some funny sayings.
I occasionally uncork one. People say I need to be corked, so.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave that one well
Yep,
alone.
pretty much.
Yeah. So, on to the 5 ball.
I don't mind
Makes
where
it
he's...
tough to get to the 6 here.
Yeah,
a
you
bit of
want to
top
try
right
and do
hand, maybe?
Well, you either can come to the right rail and try and spin it, or
Underneath
see
the
if
8.
you can actually play it with low left and try and drag it a little farther up the rail to kind of go 2 rails off the top and come down the left side. He elects to go for the spin.
Spin to win.
Yep.
And he is open on the 6. That leads him crashing into the 9. Good things can happen there, depending on the pace that he hits it at.
I think he's going to hit both the 9 and the 7 on this.
He very well could. I like powering into the 9 ball. Come to this side so I don't hit the 7.
Yeah, because once you hit 2 balls, then
Yeah.
you have no idea where things are going.
Then it's a hit and a hope.
Yep.
He did that, which did not pan out the way he had intended. A little bit of a difficult shot here for Jeff.
Mm-hmm. But he plays the smart.
Smarty pants. Very nice shot there, Mr. Wanless. What time do you start streaming? Just trying to arrange my day around your coverage. Very nice, David. We started at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I would assume it will be the same time tomorrow. If not 10, certainly by 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. We will be live.
Ooh,
Wow,
that was close.
He did not miss that by much. I saw that 6 ball quiver a little.
Well, and if he touches it at all, he probably had a good chance to make it.
I agree. But a really nice rewarded safety from Jeff there. Needs that ball to roll a little. Another revolution there out of the cue ball would have done him well, but this
Right.
shouldn't pose any issue for him.
Yeah, he's fine there. I like the direction he took on that as well. Going the natural one that a lot of people would take going up brings that 9 ball into play.
Yeah.
Oh,
There is the devil in the detail of having a quick release. The double-edged sword, you live by it and you die by it.
leaving a nice little topspin shot to come off that bottom rail and come up towards the 8.
Yeah, I like putting the 8 into the side pocket. Don't go on top. I don't know if it goes past the 9 ball.
Well, I think we're going to find out. I think there's room.
Yeah, it's tight if he's getting down and giving it the one-eyed wink. Ooh-wee.
Oh yeah, the whole center of that.
The whole center right-hand side of the pocket.
Exactly.
Very well done.
What's the saying like that? 60% of the time, it's right every time?
That's right. I'm right all the time, 60% of the time. And hopefully at some point we will be able to bring you some B-side action on the 7-foots. I'll kind of give you a quick little glimpse of what that looks like. That is our coverage on the 7-foot table.
Oh, you do have one. I didn't think we did.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And then we have 2 different angles on this, so we'll have a look at the side view now that somebody has kicked the camera. Let me see if I can fix that. I'll go back to the main and see if I can clickety-click Bob a trick and fix the goings on here with this camera, which doesn't look like I'm going to be able to fix it up too good because I'll try and cheat a little bit maybe, see what I can do. It's not going to work. Somewhat, I guess, is what we get for getting the cameras kicked and bounced. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that camera.
Fair enough.
That will have to be at a later date, though, or a later time, I should say.
What we're seeing is a really tough shot here for Jeff here. I think he has to kind
Is
of
this
go
off the
rail.
break?
I didn't see.
I
I'm
think this is
suspecting
the-
so since
yeah,
he's
the push.
doing a push.
The push to the rail.
Now, how often with a shot like that will you give it back?
Depends. If I can see the outside edge, I'm never giving this back. It's a natural 2 rail. Clip the outside edge. Should tuck up behind the 9. Oh, caught the edge of the 5 ball.
Oh, he's left distance.
There is definitely distance, and shooting out of the pocket, never a fun time. But I've seen Jeff drill these in before. And gets away with it.
I don't think so. That
Yeah,
looks
it'll
like
be
a natural
interesting.
3-ball combo up
Yeah.
into the 7.
4 ball might go off the left side rail before making connection with that 7 ball.
Yeah, but I think even if it does, I think that the 7's so far in the
he's
jaws
looking
there.
at that thin cut. That tells me that 4 ball goes too far into that left side rail to make the 7.
Yeah.
Still went off,
Oh, yeah.
even with the cut.
7 was so
Uh-oh.
far into the jaws.
Didn't want the cue ball left way uptown, shooting off of the rail.
That's going to limit his
From
options.
distance. And I don't like doing too much. Just float 2. Give yourself a shot on the 3. Potentially play a safety on the 3 ball.
I was thinking potentially even play safety here on the 2-ball where,
You could do, yeah.
you could hit it off the left side, the way right side
Yeah.
as we're looking at it, and
Yeah.
try and cuddle up behind the
I don't
behind the
even
4
mind
and the
coming
5.
off, like you said, come off this left side, in behind the 4.
Oh, you can come
with
off the other
cue ball.
side as well.
Yeah.
I don't mind even just taking it off the other side,
Yeah.
but right the way you said.
Got it a little bit thick, but not terrible.
Is the 5 catching the edge? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think Jeff's wide open on the 2. maybe forward straight tops off the side or off the top rail for the 3-ball.
I think if he can stun it right there, that would be
Look,
good.
he's
But
got
he
some
might have a bit of angle.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, nice little float forward.
Oh, but look out. So now he's going to have to play it to the short side, I think.
Yeah, 3-ball into that left side pocket draw down to the bottom right-hand corner side of the table. Did you catch all that? The corner side of the table?
Yeah, I kind of was repressing that.
Might have to use the 9-ball here. Make the 4, use the 9-ball to kill that cue ball. And even at then, you're going to somewhat push forward through
which
the
means
9.
you either want to hit the top, you want to hit the 9-ball either flush or you want to hit slightly to the right-hand
I
side so
agree.
that it pushes to the right.
I agree. You don't want to catch the left side of that 9-ball.
There's also a case to be made, and sometimes I've done this, where you think you might be able to take it with low and right
How
and
about a
try and get
safety?
around it.
Just like this.
You could do that as well, but
He's there. It will leave the short hopper over the 9-ball.
yeah, with the 4 so close to the pocket, it does give Justin a pretty good chance to make it if
I
he gets
agree.
over.
He's pretty good with this jump cue. Mr. Justin is. Let's see if I can give you, I know it's not ideal, but we'll give you the side view. I fixed it up as best as what I could, given the camera got kicked.
Yeah, perspective looks a little unusual.
Yeah, it is.
But let's see what we can see. It does show that the 4 does have a really clean entrance into the pocket from an angle perspective.
Yeah, it's enough off the end rail. I think if he catches that at all on that cut angle, she's going to drop into the pocket. Caught it a little bit thick,
But gets
but second
somewhat
place
rewarded.
prize.
Leaves the bank.
Do you play the bank or do you play the safety cue ball under the 5?
I kind of do both here. This is one of the ones where I think a 2-railer is possible.
Just straight safe.
Yep.
Didn't get there.
Nope. That's why I think if you play the bank there, you can play it such that you played the cue ball to the top rail and left the 5 in the top right if you make it.
Yeah. I kind of like hitting the 4-ball a little thicker so that you get more movement out of the 4-ball, which means a little bit of left hand on the cue ball there to help it underneath that 5-ball.
Yeah, more towards the center leaves a little bit less risk if you miss it, just like that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, now what
Pushes
happens
the-
here, though?
Push the 9 out.
Oh, just enough. And leaves a 2-rail opening to come back to the 6.
Is he going to run into the 9-ball? I
don't
he
think so,
does.
not if he stuns it. I think if he stuns it, he misses it.
Being a right-handed shot, this makes this real difficult, or a left-handed shot, I should say. Very nice call, Chris. And very good job by Justin there. Kind of twisting the body around to get that shot done.
It's one of the advantages then of being able to play offhand and being able to take those shots on without having to use a rest or anything like that. Now, does he give himself just a little bit of an angle?
Oh,
He
he's perfect.
does.
He's perfect to put himself onto the hill here. Mr. Wanless going to have to be cognizant.
Should be
Had
able
all the
to-
makings of going to a hill-hill battle.
Well, it still might. I believe Jeff has the. Jeff will be having the break next.
Well, that would put it at a 6-5 if Jeff breaks and runs. Then he's got to sweat and fade a break.
Not been a lot of break and runs on this table so
There
far.
has not. Pockets are playing tight. And Justin getting the job done to close escrow on that game and put himself on the hill. Oh, look, Calgary is playing in an NHL game. I didn't know that was happening.
I'm not the biggest hockey fan, so
No.
I don't know how much I care about that.
I
I'm-
typically I don't miss a game. I watch every one of them, but this year in particular, it's been just entirely too busy.
I'm more with Major League Baseball, and now that
I cannot
spring
watch
training's
baseball.
coming to the end, it's
Can't do it.
going to be exciting.
I can't do it. Can't watch baseball. Makes me mad.
You don't like the stop and start of the game?
No, I had the opportunity as a youngster to go pro in. Really, I had a choice of baseball, basketball, or football. Baseball being probably the number one that I could have went to the majors in, and decided to be really dumb and party as a youngster instead.
So it looks like it wasn't Jeff to break, it was Justin. So I guess the advantage here, though, is that if Justin does not get this rack, then
Interesting choice to
Jeff
float
gets the
that.
break. Yeah, I'm not really sure I was keen on that. I think he was thinking he'd hold it.
Yeah, I think I probably would have played rail first. Rail first, one ball, send the cue ball, 2 rails and out.
Yeah, because even if you're playing it with top, you have to get all the way by the 7, and,
That's right.
and then the side pocket comes into play. It's a little
Yeah.
risky.
Good hit
It
though.
makes a good hit, but what are you leaving?
The 2 to the right side pocket. So we'll see if Jeff can bear down here, and
I like this shot, actually, because this is one of the ones where you hit it flat, but you put a little bit of left on it, so that when it goes up to the rail, it just comes off that and the left side rail and will come right down nicely for the 3.
I agree.
He's going to play it straight, but
look
look
out.
out. Oh, he come off the rail,
Good.
nice.
Good thing for straight tables. I watch college football. Yeah, I could have went pro in football. At grade 9, I could take a regulation CFL football, which are bigger than the NFLs. And in grade 9, I could throw that at 50 yards and hit you on the dead run.
That's why I don't run.
Yeah. But it was also why baseball was was probably my number one.
Got a bit long here, but he should be okay.
Yeah, he's not terrible. 8-9 combo. Unless the 8 passes the 9, but
Just
looks
from
tight.
from the live look here, I think that it's too tight to risk. So it's either a combo or a carom. And that may be dealer's choice.
It very well could be, depending on position that he gets here. Oh my gosh. That was almost exactly the same as Federgorst's miss against FSR in the side pocket. You see how deep that hit in here?
Yep.
Watch this. Watch how deep that hits into that side pocket and still doesn't drop.
And now, for me, I take off the top of the 7 and I go in off the rail and carom into the 9, and thanks for having me.
I would agree. A nice
at
pocket weight, just chip off the 7,
Yeah.
send a cue ball into the 9.
Because then even if you don't get it,
try
you're
the
behind the
combo.
8.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never a big one on the combo in this position just because of the location of the 7.
I agree. I can't believe that 7 stayed up like that.
The weight that he hit it at just shows how tough these tables are.
Yeah. But to hit the inside of the horn and it still not go. That is interesting.
I had a table this week where I potted a ball and it came down and there was 2 balls already in there, and it rolled and almost popped back up out because there were balls in there. So definitely, there it is.
Makes it even off the 8. Justin taking and closing escrow on the match with a carom, making the 9 ball. Coming out victorious over Mr. Jeff Wanless. Congratulations to Justin. Jeff will head off to the 1-loss side, playing on the 7-foot tables. So with that being said, Chris, thank you again. I know that you'll be back again for the next match, so we're going to get that teed up, locked, loaded, ready to rock and roll. Don't go far, guys. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give us a like on Facebook as well as a follow. Head on over to YouTube. Subscribe over there as well. That way you're notified each and every time we go live, and you can join us back on the stream again. So on behalf of myself and Chris, we appreciate you tuning in. Don't go far. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.